Hello and welcome to High Priority Topics playlist for IIT Jam. These kind of topics would guarantee you some marks in the final examinations. Now, topic number 2 for this playlist is lac operon, which is a sure shot topic, almost a sure shot topic for IIT Jam, and let me tell you why. So, if you look at the uh, question frequency, you can see the statistics for last 10 years. So from 2012 to 2021, you see at several years they have asked questions from lac operon, and in the years that they haven't asked question from lac operon, they have asked question from trip operon or any other gene expression regulation machineries. Especially in 2021 they didn't ask a question on lac operon, so it is expected on 2022 they might ask question from lac operon. So it's a very important topic for the upcoming IIT Jam examination. So let us review all the questions. But before that, if you are preparing for IIT Jam and you don't have a clue that where you can practice questions from in the last moment, how to fine tune your practice, then let me tell you, Unacademy could be a good source for you, and it would help you in your last moment preparation, especially the legacy batch, which is starting from 22nd December, which has started just right now. This particular batch will help you to revise all the previous year question, and it would ensure you don't miss out any important lead or any important clue that can boost your rank in this examination. So all you have to do is download the app. All the links are provided in the description. Register using the links. You can use my code AP10 to get a 10% discount, and hurry up because this small practice session can really boost your rank and fine tune your preparation. It could allow you to go and achieve your dream. You would be one step closer. Okay, let's get back to the question answer solving session, and let us look at the previous year question from lac operon. So look at this particular question which was asked in 2020. It says determine, so it's an assertion reason type question. So the assertion says lac operon is an inducible operon. So let me tell you that lac operon is definitely a inducible operon, right? And reason R says lac operon is not induced when the repressor protein remains bound to the operator DNA sequence. So in this case, the correct answer would be both assertion and reason are true, and R is correct reason for A. Because we all know that by the default state of lactose operon is off, because when glucose is present, bacteria has no need to synthesize lactose or no need to metabolize lactose, in other words. But when lactose is present and glucose is absent, in that situation bacteria has to thrive on lactose levels, so they need to metabolize lactose, and lac operon genes are turned on, so it's on demand. And obviously you can understand, in order to turn on something on demand, you have to have a repressor to suppress it all the time, and that repressor binds to the operator and don't allow the lac operon genes to be turned on in normal situations. So this is a very easy question, very conceptual but very easy. So IIT Jam 2019, they asked a question that a mutation in operator locus of lac operon that confers constitutive expression of beta galactosidase is cis dominant, trans dominant, codominant, dominant, negative. Okay, so here the correct answer is cis dominant. So let me tell you, the operator mutation or OC mutation is basically a fault in the DNA sequence in the operator region, which doesn't allow the lac repressor to bind. Now lac repressor in this case is fully functional, it has all the domain structure, everything is fine, but it cannot bind to the DNA sequence because the DNA sequence is faulty, and this is cis dominant. In order to understand more about it, you can click on the I button to check out the detailed video. When bacteria are grown in glucose depleted media containing high concentration of lactose, expression of lac operon gene is activated by the binding of lac repressor in the operator side and cyclic AMP cap complex in the cap binding site, the dissociation of bound lac repressor from the operator site and binding of cyclic AMP in the cap site, the dissociation of bound lac repressor only in the operator site, the dissociation of both lac repressor and cyclic AMP cap complex from the cap site. Correct answer here would be option B. So we know when only lactose is present, LAC-I can generate a LAC repressor. But since lactose is present, lactose would bind to the LAC repressor and prevent it from binding to the operator site. And when lactose is present, glucose level is assumed to be low, and in that situation, cyclic AMP levels are high. So the cyclic AMP catabolite activator protein complex interact with the RNA polymerase and allow the transcription of the lactose operon genes, and that is how lac operon is turned on in presence of lactose only. So I hope this explanation was clear. Let's move on. This particular question is asked in several format in several years. So you see, which of the following conditions lead to approximately 50-fold increase in the RNA transcription of lac operon? CRP stands for cyclic AMP receptor protein. Binding of CRP cyclic AMP complex to the site near lac promoter, binding of CRP cyclic AMP complex to the site near lac operator, LAC repressor bound to the LAC operator, LAC repressor not bound to the LAC operator, and the correct options are Q and S. So the explanation is kind of clear, right? So in this case, in order to understand this, we have to understand the concepts of cyclic AMP receptor protein and also the LAC repressor. Okay, next question. When grown in presence of glucose and lactose together, E. coli does not utilize lactose first because lactose permease is not present in the bacterial membrane. Glucose inhibits the synthesis of cyclic AMP. Glucose activates the synthesis of cyclic AMP. Glucose stimulates efflux of cyclic AMP out of the cell. Here the correct answer is actually glucose inhibits the synthesis of cyclic AMP. It's mistakenly shown in the option C, but the option B is correct. And let me tell you why. The explanation is the following. So cyclic AMP levels can fluctuate between glucose rich and glucose depleted medium, and this is due to a particular transporter which is known as phosphoenol pyruvate glucose phosphotransferase system or PTS system. Okay, this particular transporter can in turn control adenylate cyclase activity. Adenylate cyclase is the enzyme that generates cyclic AMP. So when glucose levels are high, it controls adenylate cyclase and it inhibits adenylate cyclase such that cyclic AMP becomes low. So in short, glucose inhibits the synthesis of cyclic AMP. Sorry for the wrong option highlight again. Okay, the transcription of beta galactosidase in the lac operon is inhibited when more efficient source of energy such as glucose is present in the medium. This happens because, so you can see the same kind of question is repeated over and over again. So the same concept you need to know. Presence of glucose results in decrease in the concentration of intracellular cyclic AMP. Presence of excess lactose prevents the glucose utilization. Glucose binds to the LAC operator and inhibits the operon. The level of catabolite gene activator protein goes down drastically. So here the correct option is presence of glucose decrease the concentration of intracellular cyclic AMP by blocking the adenylate cyclase which actually produce cyclic AMP. But anyway, you don't have to get confused with the last option. The catabolite gene activator protein controls expression from the LAC operon, but its level doesn't go down in absence of cyclic AMP. Okay, so the activity of these complex goes down, but the level remains same. Okay, question number 19, it was asked from IIT JAM 2012 or 2013, I think. The following is the schematic of lac operon. Which one of the following statement is correct? So this is like straightforward, and here this statement which is correct is LAC-Z is a structural gene and it codes for beta galactosidase enzyme. So it's pretty clear. So earlier they used to give very easy questions. Now they are giving a moderate level of questions. So don't worry about it. This is IIT JAM 2013. They gave all the different components of the lac operon and it ask about the function of those part or what they code for, etc. This is pretty much NCERT level question. You can put the answer in the comment and see you in the next video. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on social media using the following links. All the links necessary for Unacademy subscription and all the courses are provided in the description. Check that out. Thank you.